Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be looking at, as you can see, Photon Hypernova. Photon Hypernova is going to be a very interesting set for a number of reasons, and I mean, hey, let's just get into those. First, I'm just going to be reviewing every card in the set. Then we'll talk about more of like archetypes and lists we've built together. Dynamondo, essentially this card is going to be good in Megalith only. That's the only ritual deck that can make this, right? It's a Link 2, so Prediction Princess can't make two Link monsters, or can't make like two ritual monsters. The only real ritual deck that can do that is Megalith. And this is a decent buff to Megalith for sure. Dynamondo is not like it's like a pretty good card. It's very interesting in that it's like a payoff almost for Megalith. Although the issue with Megalith is not really its payoffs, it's more that it can't like its weakness isn't that it doesn't have payoffs. Its weakness is that it gets outperformed by all the other decks in the format. Specifically Dynamond, when this card is summoned, you can target a card on the field and a ritual monster, shuffle them back into the deck, and then you can tell I'm fully reading off my computer here. And then quick effect, you can tribute this card and then target a ritual monster in your grave, or add it to hand or special summon it. So again, card's good, it just isn't the thing that's gonna make Megalith like a great deck, right? And then, again, on other ritual decks like Prediction Princess, there's not much that they can do to, like, start making, there's not like much they can do to start making multiple ritual monsters a turn. So Dynamond is not really going to be, like, playable. I promise I will not be talking about every card this long. It just happens that we're starting on a bunch of cards that, like, are pretty good. Next up, Galaxy 100. Galaxy's going to be a real deck after this, so that's good. Once card is resolves, you can dump a Galaxy or Photon card, and then if Galaxy has Photon Dragon is summoned to the field, you can look at your opponent's extra deck and either banish a monster or summon a number. So the second effect isn't going to come up a bunch, but like if we do end up getting like actually playing the Galaxy as Photon Dragon stuff, and not just going rank 4 turbo with photons, that it'll come up that you can like banish a Dragostapelia, and then now they only have the one Dragostapelia for the first turn and not something to super poly with. That's like gonna come up, right? Neuron Creation does not work. Ice Shade Manifestation rather, maybe could do something in like bad water decks, but like I don't think this is going to be the thing that makes Shark playable. We cannot use Tally-Ho Springans as we do not have a target. We don't have a Springan Xyz. Super rare. Light of the Branded. Target a fusion monster on the field or in either grave. Yes, target a fusion monster on field or in either grave. From extra deck and special summon Fallen of Albaz from grave. Yeah, this card's unfortunately not very good. It might be okay in some branded brews, but honestly, at that point, like, just play Judgment, right? Kashtira Overlap does not work because we don't have any good Kashtira cards. More secrets, etc. Scareclaw Defanging does not work as we do not have Scareclaw Link monsters. Tearlament's Perlegia. I think this card is actually just bad. I think they just said Tearlament is too strong. We need to just print a bad card. Giant Ball Game. I've never read this card in my entire life. Let me pull this up. I maybe it's fine and I can play it in B Trooper. Giant Ball Game. Give me 1 second. Yu-Gi-Oh. Hold up. This might be nice. Let's hope this is nice. That's Giant Ballpark. I'm talking ball game. Ball shoot. Is that the card? I think, yeah, that's the card. This card is activated. You target a 6 or lower insect in grave, summon it, reveal an insect in hand, target a face-up monster, and another insect you control with lower attack than the revealed monster. Switch control. The monster becomes an insect. You can only use the effect of Giant Ball Shoot once per turn and once that turn. This card is not good enough. Super rare. Okay. Abyss Script Dramatic Story is very, very good in Abyss Actor. I put hey, nobody talk about Bad Deck Friday. That series did not pan out. But at least Dramatic Story takes that from a Bad Deck Friday worthy deck to now, okay, I have to like consider this something real. Also, you can play D-Shifter in Abyss Actor, so that's something. I mean, in the 2 weeks where we're until the Trap Trick structure comes out, and that's where you should be playing D-Shifter, this might be the best shifter deck. Tenshi Kame. Now, Ninja is going to be a very good deck after this set. Tenshi Kame is not going to be the card that does it. You do play it because, you know, it's just slightly better than Ninja, like Village or whatever, but it's not what's going to be making Ninja good. Gishki cards, we do not have Gishki monsters. Evil Eye, we again do not have any Evil Eye monsters. Land Flipping. Another card I have not read. What does Land Flipping do? Let me pull this up. Okay. Land Flipping. Yu-Gi-Oh! Let me read this. Hold on. Target one face-up card in the field zone, banish it, then place it in the field zone of the opponent. Give me a second. What is this? This card released today, so there is not a Yugipedia article out for it. That's cool. I'll try to read its grainy ass text here. Then choose 2 field spells with different original names in the grave. The player who now controls the first card reveals the first card and puts a face up. Okay, this card is dog shit. What am I doing? This card is obviously bad. Okay, yeah, no one plays this. There aren't even any good field spell decks in this game. Or in Common Charity. Photon Time Stop. I have read this one. This card is also very good in Photon. Search Galaxy 100. Search just any Photon continuous spell trap. So just search 100. Search Change. Card's very good. You know, there's not a lot to... The card is just good. There's not like a crazy thing that's going to happen here. The card is just good. Gigantic Thundercross, I'm pretty sure does not work. Target monsters in the field or in the graves with difference between the level summon cards, banish them. Your opponent special summons one from the deck. Special summon one monster from their deck. So I didn't really comprehend the first part of that card text, but if a card reads your opponent can summon one monster from their deck, it cannot be good. Branded Befallen. Hold on. Branded Befallen. I think I read this card a long time ago. God damn it, Yu-Gi-Oh! This is very professional. My favorite part about this is how professional it is. Branded Befallen. Oh, you know what? Once per turn, when your opponent activates a card or effect, you can target one Bestial monster. We do not have any Bestial monsters. Next, Cashier Big Bang. We do not have any Cashier Xyz monsters. Chaos Phantasm. Target one Banished monster and level 4 Light or Tuner or Dark non-tuner. Summon them both from the grave and special summon a Light or Dark Synchro monster. This card is okay, but there is a potential Chaos engine, and this is not being played in that engine. I guess if you ran a pure deck, this would be fine, but I somehow doubt we're going to be doing that. Red Vinegar Venus, or Vamoose, whatever. If your opponent controls a card in their set, a card in this, a card in this set card's column, you can activate this card, return all other cards in this column to the hand, and the player can use their effects until the end of the turn. So that card is fine, but not going to see play. Intimidating or Summonite. This is the first card with like real good potential. Target 3 monsters in the grave. Choose one of them, then your opponent chooses one. Special summon the chosen monster. Special summon as many of the targeted monsters as possible. Essentially, this is good for something like target 3 monsters in your own grave or even in their grave. And then they have to choose which ones you summon. I'm not sure what deck this is going to be used in, but it's going to be used in something. Minikura, this is a when you can effect, so I refuse to read it. How dare you ever print that shit, Konami. Diabolantis, the Menacing Mantis, is the scariest name I have ever read. I've also already looked at this card. Let's be real. This card is this card's going to be very, very good in the TCGB Troopers, but we don't have Pin or Dragon Bite. So we have no reason, I have no reason to care about this one. Just know that if it comes up, any deck that makes a level 8 Synchro can now dump Predaplant Blisp, search Orphoscorpio, normal Orphoscorpio, summon Darlington Cobra, search either Instant Fusion or Super Poly, and then make a rank 3. So that's scary. Exceeds a Lion. I think this one is fine. I read it before too. Declare a level between 1 to 4. Target face-up monsters on the fields, including one monster your opponent controls. One monster you control, rather. They become the declared level. And then your opponent special summon monsters from the extra deck. It's, again, another okay one, but I'm not sure this is going to make meta impact. More secrets, etc. And then Casimolar. This is one of the Chaos cards, I believe. Another integral part of the Chaos engine that I will be looking at in a future video, so I don't really have a lot of time to talk about it right now. Alrighty, that's the end of this specific one. Now, let's scroll up through the Discord. We have been talking a lot about this specific thing, so it's going to take a good couple minutes, but as we're getting there, as you can tell, I'm fully stalling. I didn't think this would happen. All right. So, back on commons. We have another super, and then we have more Galaxy cards, everybody. Photon Emperor and Galaxy Summoner are both integral cards to Galaxy. You play 3 Summoner, 1 Emperor. Emperor is kind of a Garnet. You don't really want to draw it. But Galaxy Summoner, if this card is normal special summoned, target a Galaxy or Photon engrave, summon it in defense mode, and then target another light monster, its level becomes 4. So this is just good for making rank 4s. This is good for just general utility. I mean, come on. Photon Emperor, let's card sent to the grave. If this card is sent to the grave, rather, except from the field, and you have another Photon or Galaxy monster on the field or in your grave, special summon this monster. Essentially, this is your send-off Galaxy 100. It's just a free 8 you get to summon when it's sent to the grave, and then you can special summon 1 light monster during your main phase. Right, so it's more extension as well. So both of these cards will form a pretty decent resource loop, with Summoner being able to revive Emperor every turn, and then Emperor being able to summon a guy from hand. Just more extension, and can go through as a decent rank 4 deck. But for now, I think it's going to be relegated to like Suship, Suship, Time Thief like tier, until the OTS comes out and they reprint Photon Lord at common. Please do that, Konami. Konami, I want this deck to be good. Now we get to the big one. Bestial Baldrake is a fucking common for some reason. So that's crazy. Essentially, this is DD Crow against like any good deck. Lunalight, Predaplant, Tenny, you hit Adhara, so it's like basically DD Crow where you want to hit it anyways. Against Scrap, Scrap is immune to it. Hero, you hit Malicious. I don't know if they're playing that. Shadow Mist, I think maybe. Either way, Baldrake definitely, it's a bestial name. It's a bestial name. Hey, all I gotta say, it's a bestial name. Sword Soul Dragon of the Abyss is like funny in Tenny. You might side deck it if you're like desperate, but I doubt it's going to be seeing any competitive play. Scareclaw Kashtira is shockingly bad. Shell of Chaos, another card of the Chaos Engine, so is Core of Chaos. Mental Tuner is, I think, just bad. Bio Insect Armor, Infinite Antlion. Again, I've looked at both of these cards for Beat Trooper, and they are fine, I guess. That's all I can say. I mean, I'd rather play... We have other Insect Extenders. Like, these guys are like a Galaxy Worm tier on Insect Extenders. Abyss Actor. We love the Abyss Actor. Liberty Dramatist. We don't have, like, the super good Abyss Actors, so we can, like, probably play lists. It's okay. It is okay. It's only okay. Geo the Gravity Ninja. Again, in Ninja, we cut out the guy that revives to put this in. Essentially, now we can cut all the bad, like, super transformations and just play with this guy, Fallen Leaves, which is like the real, like the actually good transformation, and then the fusions, which I'll get into later. Gishki, whatever his name is, he doesn't work. Basel Trice Familiar does not work. Again, we don't have any Evil Eyes. We don't have any generators. Manticore of Smashing is just, I think they made this card and said, what if we just put a bad card in the set? Fierce Tiger, what this card, I haven't read. Okay, what does the card do? All their monster field, lose 500 attack. Once per turn, you can destroy all face-up monsters with fewer attack than this card. This card could have been printed in 2012. This card fully could have been printed in 2012. Sorry of the Silverwing Axe. Quick effect, target a face-up monster on the field, equip this card to it, from a hand or field to it, rather. It gives it 100 attack. What is this meant to do? Whatever. Couple of aces. It's fine. It's okay. It's not going to get seen in any competitive decks, unfortunately. Meteor Rush Monocroid. It's a Roid card, everybody. Main phase. If 5 or more attacks were declared, I have already fallen asleep from reading this card. I will not be reading any further. Next comment on this list is important, finally. Yagamaru the Armor Ninja is very, very good. It's essentially just you summon it and you banish a card from your grave and then banish a card on the field. You can quick effect summon this with Tobaru, the another ninja monster. This is what we're building ninja around now. Essentially just Tobaru, fuse away, summon this on your opponent's turn, banish a monster, and then play with more trap cards. This card is very, 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 very good, and I cannot wait to show it to you guys in the next video. And then Chaos Beast. This is another very, very important part of the Chaos Engine. Essentially, you can... I will, again, explain the Chaos Engine later, but this is another very, very important piece to it. Circle of the Fairies. I've never read this card in my entire life. I remember it was like the weird intended Beat Trooper support, I think. Like the insect plant stuff. Circle of the Fairies Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, Circle of the Fairies Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's read it. Circle of the Fairies Yu-Gi-Oh! Synchro monster. Okay, I think we found it. We found it. Main phase, you can normal summon an insect or plant in addition to normal summon or set. When this monster is destroyed by battle, or if a monster is destroyed by battle involving your insect or plant, just send to the grave, you can target one of them, inflicts damage equal to half its attack, and then you gain life points. Yeah, no, this card is dog shit. Why are they printing this? And then bang. And the last card is Abyss Actor Super Producer. Super Producer is like shockingly pretty good in Abyss Actor. As long as you can get out 2 monsters, you can make this, and essentially you can ladder this up from the Hyper Director. Essentially, the card is fairly good in Abyss Actor, and I'm excited to see what Abyss Actor will do after all this new support. And with that, I think I'm going to end the video there. The next video you will see from me is kind of just it'll likely just end up being a kind of, how should I explain this, a ninja list. I don't know why I had to struggle to explain it, but it is just going to be a post Photon Hypernova ninja list. Otherwise, I will see you